Greetings and welcome to another video, and in this one today I'm going to be looking at the new game that come out at the very end of 2020, published by Protovision and coded by Sarah Jane Avory, and this is Soulforce. Now, what is Soulforce? Well, going by the blurb on the Protovision website, it's a horizontal shooter. It's got 20 adrenaline filled levels, a dedicated bitmap screen and music for each level, 7 in-game bonus items to collect, 4 individually upgradable weapon systems, general ship upgrades, lots of boss fights, 4 difficulty settings, password and flexible save game system, progress automatically saved to cartridge, and it's fully PAL and NTSC compatible. And it's a bit of a doozy. It really is a good game. So looking in the settings here, you got your difficulty, you got normal, you can go down to easy, and then you've also got hard and manic. For the purposes of this video, I'm going to be playing it on easy. Got auto fire, which you can choose on or off. I prefer off. Volume, which you can hear takes the SID sound right down low or puts it back up again. You've got a music selector, which is a great feature. It's nice to be able to flick through the music. And also you've got a data menu. Now this currently is a cartridge only game, so if you download it, you're going to get a CRT file. I'm pretty sure there will be a physical version coming soon, and you can basically save and load to disk your settings, and there's a factory reset which will put the cartridge back to as was. So there's plenty of stuff included here, and this game is currently cent short of €8, and I can tell you in advance it is worth every penny. Absolutely brilliant. So we get underway here, get a little bit of story there. And we get underway with a nice picture. It is good. In the beginning of every level you get a nice picture like that. So here we go. And it's not going to take a genius to work out straight away. There are definite overtones of Gradius and R-Type in this game. But it takes all of those different things and makes for a great shooter. It is very, very smooth, and the graphics are really, really nice. And being a cartridge game, there's no loading times. I think it's pretty epic. So you get your few waves of baddies, and then, much like Nemesis, you enter into a well, it's a sort of rock sort of cavern, I would imagine. You got your normal gun emplacements about and waves of enemies. This game feels so slick though. That shield is very handy. I'm not sure how many hits you can take extra, but it's quite a few. Well, bear in mind that this is only the 4th time I've played this game, other than just setting it up and having a sod about to get used to the controls. I haven't really put a great deal of time in it yet, because at the time of recording this, it's been less than 24 hours since I bought it. Well, the graphics are absolutely lovely on it. I know people are going to go, oh, it's a bit brown. Well, caverns tend to be brown. So we should be coming up. Oh, there he is, the first boss now. I will say the levels aren't massively long, but they are quite challenging. Well, they're more challenging if you don't chicken out like me and put it on easy. So that is the first boss out of the way. Now, one of the reasons I bought this game is because I follow Sarah on Twitter. So over the last quite a few months, I've been following the development of this. Seeing like test footage, and it was one I was really interested in. I'm really glad to see it, come out. It's I do like a shoot 'em up. I wouldn't say I was any particularly good at them, but I do like a shoot 'em up. So another nice picture there, and we move on to level 2. Now it starts off pretty much the same as level 1. Smart bombs are good. Yeah, it starts off the same as level 1, and then you get into these kind of really tight caverns. Which I suppose, there's an element from scrambling, moving about and stuff like that. Another feature I like of this game, when you die, you don't go back so far like you do on the Gradius games. It starts you where you died, which is great, and there's some absolutely sublime parallax scrolling on this game. A little bit of a change of colours for this level. Really, if you take all the best bits of all the horizontal shooters that have come out over the years and put them all together, you end up with this. It is so playable. The controls are really tight. The effort that Sarah's put into this to make this game is second to none. It looks good. It sounds good. I mean, there's a different tune for every level, and it does play really well. I'm not sure how smooth that's coming across under emulation, because currently I don't have a writable easy flash type cartridge, so I can't actually try this out on my real 64s. But it does play absolutely fine on the C64 Mini and the full size the C64. I tried it out on my full size one earlier. It loads absolutely no problem. You can either do it from the carousel or you can do it from the media menu. So the boss of level 2 finished me off. Nice high score table. I haven't actually tried saving anything to like a disk image or anything in Vice, but the levels have got a password system, so pen and paper, or these days a smartphone, take a picture, you've got a password to start from where you left off pretty much. I just love the sheer amount of music in this area. People know I'm a bit of a Sidaholic, so the more Sids for me, the better. Right, so far I've only really shown you a couple of levels. I don't want to spoil the entire game for anybody, but there is a trainer you can get for the cartridge. So I will whack the trainer on, use the level skip, and show you a few more of the levels that are there. I mean, there's so many different. Every level is like a different colour, and as mentioned before, every level has a different piece of music. And I also like the fact this game does have music and sound effects at the same time, which with only 3 channels can sometimes be a bit of a problem. So to start off with, we'll have a look at level 3. Just a sneak preview. I really do like what they've done with the artwork. So this one's more of a blue in the sky above the ocean type level. But this game starts off quite gently on level 1, but it does start ramping up quite quickly. Until you've learnt the patterns of the enemies, you can expect to put a fair bit of time into this game. And there's a lot of stuff moving about on the screen. And there's no slowdown, so definite hat tip to the coders here. So a little bit of level 4. And you've got to have the obligatory underwater level. The obligatory underwater level with, when I get there, I shit you not, the jellyfish, not these ones, the purple jellyfish that you shoot and they split into more jellyfish. Yeah, these sods here. And the little ones shoot at you. So if they're going to kamikaze into the floor like that, I need to argue. You've got a thing that goes across the top there to stop you from hanging about at the top of the screen. There's been a lot of thought put into this. The level design is really, really nice. Can't go wrong with loads of colour and loads of sound. So we'll have a look at level 5 and make this the last one, because 20 levels, find the rest out for yourself. This is more of a space-based bonus level, let's put that, let's say that, yeah, because there's not as many enemies that shoot loads of stuff at you, and there are loads and loads of bonus power-ups. So another thing I noticed earlier in this game as well is if you've got a shield and you finish a level, you start the next level with the shield still intact, which is a really nice touch that a lot of shooters never used to do. I just can't get over how smooth it is. I mean, I know, you know, the 64 has good hardware scrolling, but this is something else. Lots of different enemy types as well, which is always good, rather than just having recoloured sprites with the same thing over and over. So I believe that is upgrading the ship, but that's all you're getting. So until the next video, thank you very much for watching, and laters.